Okay.
Hello, nobody's saying it.
Why did you cancel all the open houses?
Please, sorry, good morning. I've been here for the past 5 minutes, and what I'm just saying or hearing is nothing. Is what's going on.
Hello. I guess co-host. I guess you guys are to just unmute it or they've not even started at all. Everybody should unmute yourself first. Let's try and see if we can hear each other. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. Good
Hey,
morning,
Kai.
everyone.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Yeah.
I guess is it that the meeting has not started yet?
I don't,
They
I keep,
actually posted 11, so I don't know what is going on.
Exactly. It's the same 11 that I saw. But I can see Dr. Moruf at the back end. I guess is the person in charge. Yes, and I can see
actually,
other
I joined,
at the back.
hello.
Hello, everyone.
Okay,
Dr.
let's
Adebakin will
unmute.
address the whole house. So can you just mute your mic? Thank you.
Morning.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Everybody on mute. Only the calls now.
Hello, good morning, all. This is Dr. Adebakin online. We planned that this program will start 10:30, and that was what we published to all, both on the Zoom link as well as the posters that were pasted. The contestants are also aware that we have oration today. It has always been on our timetable from day one. We have never changed it. It has always been on our timetable that we are going to have oration day. For today, when we updated the timetable, we pasted it everywhere. So they are aware. As we speak, I'm not even at the venue. Somebody is anchoring it. One of my members is anchoring it. The information I got in it, one of my members is anchoring it. The information I got is that there are about 7 contestants on ground. 7 out of 18. And there are about 10 students at that venue out of 21,000 students. Even on this link platform we are talking about, there are about 10 people there. So if somebody is contesting for an election and is looking forward to people voting for him, what did that person do to ensure that he mobilized his supporters to come and listen to him? All we needed to do in terms of publicizing, we have done. So if the contestants refuse to bring their participants, their supporters to come and listen to them, so be it. And that tells you the kind of turnout that you may eventually get tomorrow. It is your union. They were singing about the places yesterday on campus. Where are those people that were singing and dancing around? Where are they today to come and listen to you? So if you are online, I am also online. We will not be able to start. You cannot be talking when there are no people to listen to you. I am not the one that will do the talking. It's the contestant that will do the talking. And they are not ready. There are about 7 or 8 of them on ground. People that will listen to them are about 10 out of 21,000 students. How do you explain that? So we have done what we needed to do. This Zoom link is open for us till 6 in the evening. But if we wait for some time and we couldn't get a good number, if the contestants are willing to address 10, 20 people, fine, they will go ahead and address the 10, 20 that are available. And then we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Hello, sir.
I'm listening to you.
Sir, according to what I observed, my name is Adebuyola Fasad, and you
Okay.
to governor. I'm the engineer in part-time. So
Okay.
I saw that people can vote virtually online.
Yes.
So can you please give us the figure of the people that have voted online? Because now, immediately you said that statement to us. So I've gone to our class group to advise all the students there to either move here to the Zoom link or to try to vote online. So can we just know the number of people that have voted online?
Well, the figure I have for now is that there are about 21,000 registered students in Yabatech as we speak, those that have registered for this session. Out of these 21,000, about 5,000 of them are full-time that are supposed to vote physically. The remaining are supposed to vote virtually. And they have all been configured to so do. By midnight today, they are going to get the link for the vote. It will be sent into their various mails. We have reached out to almost every student because every department has a platform. All this is I'm telling you, we have sent messages into the platform for every department, meaning that any student that is on that platform will have gotten this message. That is one. We have also pasted papers, A4 papers, around the college, disseminating this information so that even if you don't have data to be able to go online, at least you can read papers pasted. That is the second one. Myself, I was on radio. I was on Yabatech radio, and I addressed all these issues. That is the third one. The fourth one, all this information are available in the college portal. They are available in the college portal. So how come a student will not be able to access all this information to have this information? So I think I've answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, hello. On behalf of CITM, a link has been posted on the group chat, on the chat board for you guys to share to your colleagues, a YouTube link. So this oration is also live on YouTube. So it's not just limited to this Zoom, okay? So you guys can share the Zoom link to your friends, your colleagues, so that they can also partake in this oration. I hope that is noted.
Hello, sir. I wanted to speak with the chairman, sir. I have an observation I wanted to make, sir.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. We observed that I am basket from General Heart and the Three part-time, sir. We observed that there's some post that has not been occupied by any students. And one of our students raised an interest yesterday that she's a part-timer. Can she go for the post of the treasurer female only?
She will not be able to go for it because there's a timeline.
Okay.
If you check the timetable we pasted, it is between so time and so time. So it has closed. We opened it twice. At the first instance, when we first closed it, we discovered that 9 positions were vacant. So we felt that out of 18 positions, 9 being vacant, that is too large a number. We had to reopen it for those that are interested in those 9 positions. And it was at the close of that we discovered that 2 positions were not, nobody indicated interest for 2 positions. So we couldn't reopen it again.
To witness this great occasion.
Yes.
So on behalf of all, I want to welcome everyone, both the those here and our virtual audience.
Sir, I did not hear the last statement, sir.
Yes, I had to stop because I saw that it's like the person anchoring the program at the venue wanted to speak. That was how I stopped. What I'm saying in essence is that we had opened it twice. The second time was to allow people to indicate interest for the 9 positions that are on field. So, and at the close of that, we still discovered that there are 2 positions that people, it's not that people did not indicate interest, but they were disqualified for one reason or the other. Some due to low GPA, some due to one form of misconduct or the other. So what we hope to do is we will conduct this election as it is. When you have your ESCO, in your constitution, there's a provision on how you can fill a missing gap. So the ESCO can fill the positions. Tomorrow is election. We have everything is ready, so we can't admit anybody in again.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. So you said the people that wanted to vote online about that they will send a mail to their email, so they will be able to vote tomorrow version.
Yes.
So the people that just sent request this morning, they will send the mail by midnight or before the election starts.
You begin to receive the link in your email addresses from this night, but it will not be open for voting until 9 a.m. tomorrow. So even if you have the link tonight, you can still not use it until 9 a.m. tomorrow. But you can check your eligibility. All these things have been displayed now. You have the
No,
soft
no,
copy.
no. I just wanted to know the time they will receive the mail. I know I have seen that the election starts from
I
9
say
to.
from tonight you will be receiving the mail. If you don't get it tonight, before tomorrow morning, you are going to get the link. You will get it.
Sir. Okay,
yes.
Sir.
December in time to raise some verification online.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
The information you gave earlier, sir, we would like you to repeat for the entire house, the audience here, sir.
What information did I give?
About the voting, the email receiving, because Mrs. Johnson.
Young man, this has been pasted. You can read it. Soft copy have also been posted to all platforms. You have both the soft copy and the hard copy.
He's also contestant. Check who has not sent. Who just came? Who just come?
Ladies and gentlemen, and for our online audience, we are, like I said before, we are very sorry we are starting late. That is for obvious reasons. So we are about to start now. We have got guidelines for this Oration program. That will be read out by Mr. William. What the Protestant, so you will be aware of the number of minutes you have to talk. And if we have questions from people here or from people on the Zoom, then we will be able to attend. How many minutes you have to do that will be explained to you by Mr. William. So, please can you give them the guideline for this oration?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to everybody, and morning also to our online audience. We are taking note of the time, looking at the number of candidates contesting for various positions here. And in order to optimize the time, it is necessary for us to take some certain measures which should be beneficial to us here. So to this end, for single candidates, that is, candidate contesting for only for a certain position, there are 12 of them. 12 of them, and they'll be allotted 5 minutes to make their campaigns, and some minutes shall be given for people to give questions in this context. For the position of president, the president will be given 10 minutes to make his speech. We have 3 for the position of vice president. We'll be given 7 minutes. And for the general secretary, 7 minutes. Welfare directors, there are 3 for full-time contesting for a single position there. They'll be allocated 7 minutes each, making 21 minutes. Social directors, 7 minutes as well. 3 contesting for the full-time. Media publicity, there are 3 contestants, and they are allocated to do 3 minutes presentation. We are very mindful of the time. Within a space of 3 hours, we should be able to round up the schedule. But looking at the number of contestants on ground here, we can always fine-tune our guidelines to suit this purpose. For this, I want to welcome all the contestants and the members of the high table here and the audience, both virtual and physical. Please let us try to abide by the rules of the game. High sense of decorum should be maintained. No abusive language. This will be entertained. Let us abide by the code of conduct, as we know that Yabatek, the great, is always a pace-setter. Greatest of the greatest of the greatest, Yabatek student. Greatest Bobo. Greatest Papa. Greatest you are. God bless you all.
Very much, Mr. Ujare, for that clarification. Now, presently now, seated, we have the following dates as they are seated. I want you, if you are there, please stand up to identify yourself if you are seated. We have Mr. Efian Philip Christian. Thank you. He is contesting for the post of president. We have Mr. Adebeshin Latif Olamilekon, Vice President Academic. Thank you. We also have seated here with Shitayo Nabisi, General Secretary. Thank you. Then also seated here is Mr. Isiaka Ismail, Ona Social Director of Dubai. Thank you. And also seated is Mr. Adediran Sodiq Alao, Vice President Academics. Thank you. I have Mr. Olatubosun Oraro Kayo Lawa, Welfare Director. You are welcome. And Mr. Sunday Uwana Bright, Financial Director. You are welcome. Those are the candidates we have seated here. Do we have another person present there? I not the call. Oh. Okay. Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Okay, for that. Okay, we have Ms. Nancy Esther Queen for the post of Assistant General Secretary. Thank you. And here is also Mr. Abdul Karim Sophia. Oh, sorry, Mr. Abdul Karim Sophia Ajoke is contesting for the post of treasurer. Thank you. We have Olatu Bosun Morenkayo Lawa, welfare director full time. Okay, I'm good. Then Adediran Saxon Adedayo, social director full time. Thank you. Then seated here also is Mr. Isiaka Ismailola. All right. Then here is also Lawal Olufemi Priceless, social director part time. Thank you for coming. We have here seated also Mr. Balogun Yusuf, media and publicity full time. Thank you. And Mr. Ismail Nathaniel Oladimeji, media and publicity full time. Okay, thank you. Those are the candidates we have here seated. And so right away we want to commence this. Already you are aware you have for single candidate we have 7 minutes, and then for those that have that are not single candidates, it's going to be 5 minutes. We give opportunity for students that are here to ask questions or interact with the candidate after they have delivered their manifesto. And then we may have opportunity to give to those online also to ask their question or the candidate after they have given their manifesto. And so without wasting time, I want to call on okay, so without wasting time, can I call on Mr. Balogun Yusuf? Mr. Balogun Yusuf is from Food Technology Department. Is contesting for media and publicity full time. Can you come over here? Okay, so you are facing the audience and giving your manifesto.
Good afternoon. To my honorable member of committee, good afternoon to my fellow contestants, and good afternoon to my fellow students. My name is Balogun Yusuf, the student of Food Technology HN2 full time. I'm going for the post of I'm going for the post of media and publicity officer full time. First of all, you have to know what the post is all about. You have to know what the basic thing about the media and publicity officer. The raw fact is that we are working on the media and publicity officer work with information. So you have to know the power, the importance of information. Now, if you have to talk about this particular post, you have to know the essence of that. You have to know the fact that you are like an intermediary between the students, the school management, and the SUG itself. So information, if passed a long time, can cause violence. Let's talk about there's something called convenience information passing. So let's say a particular information is reaching a group of people at the wrong time or at a delayed moment. It might cause violence if it's not passed accurately or if not passed to the right channel. So if I'm elected to this particular post, I will ensure that there won't be conflict and all information be passed adequately without any mix-up or without any misunderstanding. So first of all, the few functions I gather myself for PRO is that the PRO should be responsible for writing creative press release about upcoming events, going to conferences, and dealing with all kinds of program and public events, and also working on social media profiles. Now, let's know that effective communication drives pushing and conflict management, and information is a source of learning, but unless it is organized, processed, and available at to the right people and at the right moment. And in the absence of information, we jump to the worst conclusion. So with this report of mine, I'm sure I'm able to convince you that information is very vital, and especially when passed at the right time, through the right channel. Thank you very much for giving this platform to express my wish. Thank you.
Let's give him a round of applause. Mr. Balogun Yusuf spent 3 minutes. He has really optimized the time. Please face the audience. Do we have 1 or 2 questions for him? On this side, do we have any question for Mr. Balogun? From there, is there anybody from online that wants to ask Mr.
Yes, sir.
Balogun question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Somebody from
online too.
Please, the person online should please wait exercise some patience to answer you.
Yeah, sir. Sir, I just want to ask.
Your name and department.
All right, my name is David Bang. Okay. So I just want to ask, aspirant for this post, how passionate are you about media? What is about media? How passionate are you on social media like that? So that's all.
Please, from the online, the respondents of the online, or the questions. Any question online?
Okay, talking about social media. So I have an active Facebook account for over 7 years or so. And also,
Yes, sir.
so I know how important.
My question is
Let's say I'm sorry for
the
example, make more money on Instagram than make on TikTok career. Why? Because of the information passed to the audience. Why advertising market for companies? So I know how important it is to pass information, and the easiest way to pass information is through social media. I'm still aware of that. So
sir.
Thank you very much. Another
question is, you are going for the post of if dean student affair publishing to all students in the hostel for less than 24 hours, and you know most of our students live outside the to do and move your.
Please, you have to take that question again, please. It's not audible enough here.
Good afternoon, please. Is Computer engineering and the one part-time. So he was talking about social media. Can you please give us some reason how social media can help the students, especially part-time students? And we just experienced the likes of lockdown twice. And I think it wasn't effective. The online class wasn't that effective. So to his own opinion, how can he help the students? So,
Okay, thank you very much. It's going to respond now. Can you respond to that?
So talking about the part-time students, I just explained that the major and the easiest way to get information to you guys, including the full-time as well, through the social media. And I will recently a worldwide breakdown of WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram also. So there are other means of passing information that can, the whole of social media can't go down at once. We also have Telegram also. Even broadcast SMS also there for us. So besides, there's an Instagram page for Yaba Tech students where information is readily available. So I'll recommend the page. So when I'm elected in the PRO office, I will ensure that the page is always active and updated with the latest vibes on the campus.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Mr. Balogu. Please, you can take your seat now. Next is yes, Mr. Ismail Nathaniel Radibeti. He's from statistics, and the statistics department is also contesting for the post of media and publicity time. Please, your friend, let's have your.
Good morning. My name is Ismail Nathaniel. I'm from Department of Statistics. For standing before this house, I would like to announce that I want to step down from the post.
Make it more audible.
Make it clear your audience.
I said I am willing to step down from the post as the public relation officer. Ismail Nathaniel Radibeti, HMS Statistics.
Thank you very much. Standing here now is Mr. Ismail Nathaniel Radibeti from Statistics Department. He initially indicated interest to contest for the media and publicity full time. And here standing here now, he said he's willing to step down. Do you have any reason for that? You want to tell them anything, or you want to keep reading to yourself? Camera, please.
For any reason, I think for any that is much more capable of this, and then I feel like
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please wait. Do you have anybody here or online want to say before you go? Any question for him? Actually, he's willing to step down. He's indicated to step down, and he has given a very beautiful reason. He said, because he has discovered that there is another contestant that is more capable than him, and that I think that is a very good spirit of performance. Another applause for Mr. Ismail Nathaniel Radibeti. So now we have next is Mr. Nawal Olufemi Cashless contesting for the post of Institute Director part-time. He is from Mass Communication Department. You face the camera, please, and let's put it on. That's the mic.
Good Mr. Chairman, Yasu, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lawal Olufemi Priceless, vying for the post of Social Director part-time. Here I am promoting, coordinating social and cultural activities of Yabate College. Now, if you elect me as a social director for part-time, I'm going to have a teamwork with my colleagues and the school as a whole to bring some social activities that we're missing in the college, which I will make mention one or two. Now, there's some are given the opportunity to raise funds, even though they reach some level where they could meet up with their profits. Now, these guys they have not been functioning in Yabate as a whole. Now, I will make mention Mr. Yabate, which is the beauty pageant store. Now, a beauty pageant store helps the students to develop their morale, to show forth their ability in becoming one of the role models for Nigeria as Mr. or Mrs. Nigeria. Without saying much, I will say I'll have a room for this post. Then, and in the long run, we'll show other activities that we can put together that will make Yabate a college whereby students will want to be happy alongside with their education. Thank you.
A round of applause for him. That's Mr. Priceless, right? Lawal Olufemi Priceless from Mass Communication. Teacher Director of part-time. Please, can you move to the people so that you can see your camera very well? Okay, please, do we have any question for me from the student present there? Any question for him? Is there any questions from the online audience for Mr. Lawal Olufemi Priceless? Contesting for the post of city director part-time. In the absence of question, Mr. Lawal Olufemi Priceless, please you can take a seat. Thank you very much. Now we have Mr. Okoli Ikedi Collins. He is also from Mass Communication Department. He is vying for the post of media and publicity guy. Mr. Okoli Ikedi Collins, please face the audience and give your manifesto.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my chairman. Good afternoon, Dean of Senate Affairs. And good afternoon, my fellow students. My name is Okoli Ikedi Collins. I'm applying for the post of Media and Publicity Officer 1 full-time. I'm from the Department of Mass Communication, HMB2. I'm going for the post of the Media and Publicity Officer. Reason best known to me because I believe in effective communication, and I believe that information is power, and the need to disseminate is necessary. Over the years, have been misinformed. They are not carried along about happening within the school environment, and effective communication doesn't take place any longer as a result of lack of effective means to pass messages across the system. So I'm actually elected as the PRO, the Media and Publicity Officer of this great institute at the Student Affairs, Student Union of Government level. I will make sure that information is disseminated to the students effectively and efficiently, and I'll also protect the interest of the students. There's what they call mutual relationship between the management and the students. That's how it's meant to be. At the Student Union of Government level, there's meant to be a mutual relationship between the management and the students. That is protecting the interest of the students and also protecting the interest of the management. For instance, now, if there's actually chaos or misunderstanding, rather than gathering the students to go protest or do irrelevant things that can actually result to disastrous effects on the school environment or property, can actually get to the students, communicate effectively to them, making them understand why it's like that, and they can actually dialogue instead of going against the will of the management. And also, there's what they call sender and what's called effective messages impact between the sender and the receiver. If I'm being elected as a PRO of the student union government level, I will make sure that messages are being passed across by the students to the management, and also make sure that the messages are not being delayed. There's nothing like there's going to be an obstruction between a message flow between the students and the management. If I'm also elected as the prosecution officer of the student union government level, I will ensure that the students are carried along in all activities. That is, memos are being passed across. For instance, now, like I'm doing the online lectures and the for the management, I was sending memos across to the students, which is meant to be the duty of the prosecution officer of the union. But if I'm being elected, I will make sure that they are put and actually carried along. If you're having online lectures, they actually like get along, they will know the necessary things to do and the rest. And also, as the prosecution officer, if I'm being elected, during the online lectures, permit you to see that messages cannot be passed across to the students effectively because of the medium that was actually used to disseminate messages or the lecture was WhatsApp, and a lot of students were complaining bitterly that they were not carried along. On it's not going to be the Google Classroom and the rest, whereby messages can be sent effectively to them. So a lot of students actually felt bad because they were not actually informed the way it's meant to be. And if I'm actually elected as prosecution officer at the student government level, I will also make sure that information is going to be the major priority. That they're not going to be something like fake news and the rest. Because sometimes a lot of students actually spread fake news around. Exactly. And I also make sure that those aspiring to come to the college and those who are in the college would know the basic things they need to do before getting into the rules and rest. Over the years, you get to see students getting differently to school and the rest. Afterwards, a lot of information has been submitted concerning different dressing and the rest, but students not adhere to such instructions simply because their view maybe cannot actually communicated to the appropriate way. But in a situation whereby you have to representing the student union of government and also representing the students and also fighting for the interest of the students, we actually pass messages across to them. Then we tend to listen to it because indecent dressing now is basic or actually a problem in society today, which I would love to address them when I'm actually appointed or being elected as the prosecution officer of the union of government. And also, to add to this, I've also worked as the prosecution officer of I've also worked as the prosecution officer of West African Writers with Fast Protecting, where I was the PRO. And I've also worked as the prosecution officer of New African Writers League. With my years of experience, I believe I should be able to carry the students along, not to actually mislead them. And I believe I should protect the image of the students anywhere within and outside the college, which is the major priority. Because sometimes the image of the students are being destroyed. It's not meant to be so. But if I'm being elected as the prosecution officer of the student of government level, I'll make sure that each student have equal rights. That each student is that of college,
Yeah, go ahead, Piero.
Thank you for that beautiful presentation. Please, can you wait for interaction from the audience? Do we have anybody seated there? One or two questions for him, for Mr. Okoli Ikedi, colleague, trying for the post of media and politics. Is there anybody from online audience? Yes. Anybody from online?
Yes, sir. This is a back. If I can get him right. So what he's trying to analyze is that he's going to be working with the social candidates. But for the people that are not socialized, that they don't have a social account, so how are you going to pass information to them? Thank you. Please, do you get the information? Or do you get the question? Hello, sir. Hello.
Is vying for the post of social director full-time. Mr. Isiaka Ismailola, please, can you come forward and make your presentation?
Of the greatest Nigeria student. Great Nigeria student.
Great.
Ever dynamic Nigeria student. Great bar. Great baba. Great show. Great career. Oh, no necessary. I go by the name Isiaka Ismail Ola, aka Chef DJ Smart. I am here to solicit for your support as the next social director of this college. And if High Comrade Isiaka Ismail Ola is being given opportunity to become the next social director of this college, I have a lot to download from the students to the management. Like, I'll be organizing series of competition, talent hunts, beauty pageants, and more because of our time. I've been in this position for a long time. During my handy, I was the social director of my able department, hospitality department, best department in this college. Clap for the best department in the college, because without hospitality, we know what will happen. Then I was social director at the faculty level while coming from my HND. Now, here is another opportunity for me to showcase my talent to the all students at large. If I, Comrade Ola, is elected as the next social director of this college, ensure social activities of the students complement with academic life of everyone. I maintain the peaceful relationship between the management and the students in order to continue the peaceful running activity that has been existing. If I, Comrade Ismail Ola, is being elected as the next social director of this great citadel, Java College of Technology, I will ensure I use my position. Currently, I am one of the team on Java Tech Radio. I will use that connection to connect each and everyone that has an interest in showcasing their talent medially. I'll provide interview section, advertisement, promo for any artist on the college. If I come, I will ensure we carry everybody along. I will ensure teamwork among the executives, even down to the students. My comrade Isiaka Ismail Ola, I am currently one of the best presenters on Java Tech Radio. I host series of shows, talk show, and the likes.
The more I do, the more I pass, the more we go see for more.
I'm the social director of this college. I am ready to serve the humanity with my power, with my art. I remain Isiaka Ismail Ola.
Now, so Chidima, they work. The more we do fast, the more.
A round of applause. A round of applause. He has really maximized the use of the time. He needs some other minutes to stop. So, do we have any questions on the right hand side here for him? To my left here, do you have any questions for him? And to our audience online, please kindly indicate if you have questions for Mr.
I have a question. I have a question, sir. I have a question, sir.
Boss, go ahead. They are hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. My name is Basket, part-time general hat. Mr. Isiaka, in a situation whereby student is organizing the departmental week and some hoodlums now went there and remove their generator, what do you think you can do to that effect, sir?
All right, thank you for that. I think I've been in this situation before. I was once playing for my departmental associations week. If I'm not mistaken. Something similar happened. These guys came from nowhere. They were like, you must give us money. You must give us money. Okay, I said, you people should just relax. We'll settle everything. So amicably, I put a call to the security because there is this relationship between myself and the security. Anywhere I go, I always have their number. Out of the campus, I have their number. So the best thing to do is put a call direct to the security channel.
Confirm from your hand when I get it.
Something just happened recently on the radio. I think last week, some set of students came to the studio that they want to receive AC. Someone now approached them that I
don't give person now. I don't give person.
The next thing is they slap the guy in question. Before you know, there is no one you can do that thing that will not retaliate. They started exchanging, words. Immediately, what I did was I called the security. Thank God the person I called is on seat. I called my guy here to testify that immediately he sent some personnel. So in that case, anything like that, and whenever anything like that comes up, the first channel to do is to put an alert to security. Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you.
For that wonderful response. Any other question online? Anybody can ask a question? Okay, if there's no question again, thank you very much, Mr. Isiaka Ismail Ola from Hospitality Management. Please take your seat. Social director, we still have somebody here. Mr. Okuola Oluwaseun Victor is from painting department. He's also vying for the post of social director full time. Can you present your manifesto?
Great Nigerian students, great Japa, great Jabo, great Siwa.
What time are you? 21.
Post of social director.
Please, Daniel, please mute your mic. Please.
All works are no play. Make Jack a door boy. Sorry. So I'm fighting for the post of social director. So as you all know, I'm a man in which I like to do my things differently. I don't know, maybe a lot of people have passed through schools or entrance of the schools. My banner is being posted there. I do my own thing different way, in which I've worked with a lot of brands outside. I work with brands like Live of Mr. Macaroni. I work with Mona Lisa. I work with Grace Crown. I work with I work with I'm also a brand ambassador for GIZ, that is German international companies. I have a lot of things to offer to the students. Also, as if I've been voted, I will look forward to work alongside with my fellow comrades, assessing the need and interest of the students, plan activities accordingly, giving the available equipment or facilities, organizing and need promote interest in social activities such as art, craft, sports, games, and talent show and hobbies. To meet and collaborate. Yes, students need to collaborate outside there. We need a lot of brand outside there. We need a lot of brand. We need to bring them here to Yabatech. As you all know, Yabatech has been a great school since day one. Yabatech is the first school that was founded in Nigeria. I don't know, maybe you know that. So I'm just telling you now. So we need all these brands. Yeah, we need them here. We need them to support our students. We need to bring this school. We need to bring it up again. Yabatech has been a great school, and I want it to be a great forever. Great! Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Okuola Oluwaseun Victor. From the student audience here, do we have anybody, any question for him?
Look at my hairpiece now.
Okay, please give us your name,
Look at
your
it.
department, probably your class.
Okay, my name is Olatunji Olajide from Public Admin Department, SMBS, School of SMBS. So my question to you, sir, is you only told us the people you've worked with, and you told us that you are going to make Yaba Tech great again. You didn't tell us what your focus are, what are the things you are looking to do, what
Organizing and lead and promote interest in social activities, such as arts. Exhibition showing which I did at the hotel is have you organized what craft
Basic money.
Basic. Please.
Oh, is it pure? P is what?
Check tribal.com. I'm one of the ambassadors.
Please, host, help us mute this WMS so that you can hear what they are saying.
We can't hear what they are saying now.
WMS, you mute your mic now.
And also, again, there's another point which I want to bring up. There's another I want you guys. I'm inviting you also. There's another exhibition coming up in Obalende, in which I'm one of the participants, in which I'm showcasing my work. Also, let me tell you this. I don't know, maybe a lot of people remember NSAS. I'm one of the people that painted the NSAS artworks. You can actually check online, you see there. So which the work was bought by Mr. Macaroni. A lot to do, a lot.
Thank you. A round of applause for Mr. Okuola Oluwaseun Victor. Thank you. Please, you can take your seat. Thank you for that. Now, vying for the post of social director full-time, we still have somebody here. That is Mr. Adedire Samson Adebayo. He is from computer science. He's also coming out for the post of social director full-time. Please, can you take the stage and tell us your...
Good afternoon, my honorable chairman. Good afternoon, my team. I am Adedire Samson Adebayo, who is widely and popularly known as Loverboy. That's my stage name. I'm a music artist. So, at first, let me start with the word social. When we say social, we talk about the community. We talk about connection. We talk about relationship, relating with people, meeting, collaboration. Now, I'll start from my experience and skill. I have experience as a media person, a PR, event planner, a record producer. And the joy is, like I said earlier, I am also a music artist. Now, I've got so many strong plugs in the industry. Way back, I don't know if anyone is on campus when we have this event. Trace live in Trace in the city, Yaba Tech. I was out through at the backstage with all of these artists. How the event got into Yaba is what I know. Because when you start counting any influencers on this campus, just mention my name. Ask them about Loverboy. Because way back from ND, I manage this Instagram account, Yaba Tech Amebo. Then when I left school, I gave it out, but then it crumbled. I don't know, that was mismanagement for the person I give. So now, what I plan to do if elected, my number one aim is to hold series of events with the aim of getting and involving more people, creating outreach, increasing the reputation of this campus and every creative on this campus. We need to produce a world star. I have so many creative on this campus. I know the dancers, the hype man, the music artists, the models, but nobody is repping them. Nobody is repping them. I had a conversation in my hostel last week. Someone told me, said, Yabatech is a dead school. And I was like, wow, Yabatech dead school? Don't worry, just watch the move. I am coming to tie the gap, to breathe, like to mend that word you call dead, and to bring back entertainment and life to this campus. And something happened. Super Sports came, and I was like, you can see, things is changing. Yavatech is not a dead school. The entertainment still lives. I can mention a lot of dancers out there. Who else knew Lee Smart is a student of Yavatech? No. Nobody's giving him platform. And that platform is what I am bringing. And secondly, I will increase social activities by running weekly socials in different venues across the campus. We have these people called White City dancers. They are always at the multi-purpose, I think every Wednesday to have their dance routine. We can make this thing big, discover more dancers, give them platform. Currently, I'm working with Boomplay because I'm a Viskit campus ambassador, and the mission is to recruit more artists on campus. I've been doing that. I've been getting people involved. I've been running everything just so that we could get at least one. We need to create that one star. Like this world star should come from this school. A lot of people, I've been having my social life in other schools, out of the school, way back from ND1 till now. But yes, I want to do something in this school. Let me bring these people. Let entertainment meet education. And thirdly, we cannot run this thing alone. We cannot run this thing with our fund. No lie. We should be honest. I'll reach out to sponsors. I have plugs. I can't do it alone. I won't lie. I can't do it alone. But I have this team. We bring sponsors to run maybe our stage, our lighting, our setup, and make this whole team big. Like we just want to bring back life to Yabatech. And thirdly, something happened. I discovered something during this super sport event. I was making finding, and I had that, okay, the CSO, the chief security of Yabatech, don't know about the event until that day. No. I'll increase security guide of the student during any event and function. I will write ahead. I will work with my welfare. I'll work with everybody on the SUG team. Every executive will make sure everything is put on check. The welfare of the student, the security, everything should be top notch. What is fun when at the end of the day, I got injured? What is fun at the end of the day, I lose my properties? No. It won't be like that. Everything is going to work fine. So once I'm in the office, if I'm elected, trust me, it's a boom for everybody.
Thank you. To round up. That's good. Please give him a round of applause again. Very nice presentation. Please, do we have any question from him on this side of the audience? From the audience here on the physical. Online, do we have question for Mr. Adedire Samson?
Yes, I have a question, sir.
Okay, please ask
an observation. Mr. Adedire, sir. You are going for the post of a social director full-time, sir?
Sir.
If an popularly artist wanted to bring a show into Yaba College of Technology for the interest of the students,
Okay.
and the rector and the dean student affairs refuse, how can you tackle that, sir?
See, one thing you should know, there's no event that if I'm being elected, every event coming to the school will get to my office. It will get to my table, the office of the social director. Then I'm not in the office to fight for the rector. I'm not in the office to fight for the dean. I'll know how to meet. I'll know how to talk to them. Like, sir, give them reasons why the event should hold. Then I'm very sure the rest will be a testimony.
Does that make
You've not answered my question. If you've not answered my question, if they refuse, what will you do?
That's it. I said earlier, just listening. I'm sorry if there's a break in the connection. I said, I will meet with them. There's a way, Yoruba say, permit me to say this, Yoruba say, there's a way I will talk to them. There's a way I will present it. You are not putting me there to come and do bass boost. No. It's the event coming to school is my pride. It's something I'll put in my profile, like, yes, this thing happened, why I'm on seat. Then why won't I know how to persuade my honorable rector, the dean, so that we can bring it to life?
Okay, you've not answered my question. I asked if they refuse.
Okay, he has told us here that he will not refuse. Thank you, the man on the online. Mr. Samson Adedire, you had a very good presentation. So kindly take a bow and leave. God bless you. Give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you very much. Now the turn of the only contestant for sport director office full-time. Sport director office full-time. And that is Mr. Sabit Shuaib Abiola from Food Technology. Please. Mr. Sabit Shuaib Abiola from Food Technology, please can you give your manifesto?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Please.
Respect in order. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. I'm Sabit Shuaib Abiola. I'm aspiring for the post of sport director in this college. Now, when we talk about sport, what is sport in the first? Sport involves the physical activities or mental activities and skills which individual are playing, which individual are involved in this sport or group, make it as a game. That is why we are all interested in sports. Like it is a game, like it has stages. Yeah, what's my playing today? What's Arsenal playing today? And when we talk about economical importance of sport, sport increase, it has a lot of things it does for us. It regulates the blood pressure. Yes. And all that is like, it has medical importance. Yeah, like for instance, it improves community health and productivity. Yeah, when you in case like when you are this kind of person that you like get lazy often, and again it increase your muscular activity. Like when you gym, like those for those that are like gymming, like improve their body. Like you girls now, you like that guy that has 6 packs. That's the work of sport. Yeah, if I can be opportune, if I'm opportune to be the sport director of the department, like there should be a showroom, like or show anywhere to show sport activity, and I can plead on the management to get us most games, like some games like the snooker game, table tennis, and all those games that will make sport lively for us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much for that brief presentation, Mr. Sabit Shuaib Abiola, vying for the post of sport director. Do we have any question here for him? Okay, please can you come forward and ask your question? The man in front first. Please come to the front. Come forward here so that you can face the camera.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. My name is Peter, engineering HND2 student. I have two questions for you, sir. First one, I noticed I don't know your face, even sport activities in your take. I've not seen your face around. One, do you even know the coach of the school, like the coach of the school team? Do you even know? Okay, that is first one. Secondly, how many games do you play? Like, is it football? What do you know about? How many games can you even YouTube? That's the question.
More questions for him here? Yes, so that you can take those questions at once. Your name and department.
So my name is Olatunji Olajide Olani, a student of the Department of Public Admin and from SMBS. So my question to the aspiring sport directors is, first, how do you intend to revive sports in the college? Second, are you aware of all the sports the college actually partakes in? Third, how have you been following sports in Jabatech? Jabatech just had a sporting event which they won some days ago. Did you follow? Fourth, the fourth question is, looking at the facility in Jabatech, how are you looking to make best of it? Just in case you don't know, IFL final was played here. Super Sport came to cover IFL final. And the reason for that is because we have one of the best pitches in tertiary institution in the country right now. This track hosted the national sports, national trials for the Olympics Tokyo 2020. So the fifth question now is, how are you looking to revive sports, not just football? You were telling us sport is for the body, sport is this, sport is that. That is not, we are looking at events. We are looking at not just entertainment. How are you looking to harness those talents that are scattered around? I just, some days ago, I interviewed the HOD of sports, Coach Yamala, and he talked about how they are looking to find out athletes from different sports in Jabatech. Are you aware of, have you even met with the coach, the head of sports department? So those are my questions for you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like, I stand to be correct. Like, I'm ready to work hand in hand with anybody. Yeah, you can also work with me. Like, I'm ready to get anybody's suggestion and to work towards it. That's it. When you talk about sports, it doesn't have to be only football. Yeah, snooker is an game, like snooker. It's meant for people that are intelligent. Football has to play snookers. Yeah, there are other sports out there, chess, games that can build your brain. Which one am I into? Yeah, I can play table tennis, I can play snooker, I can any sport, I can play football. Sport is not something that you can, if you don't have the talent, it's something you can learn. You can also learn it and you'll be good in it. So I don't think that's a big deal. Do I answer your question? Okay. I said I'm ready to work hand in hand with anybody who has any suggestion. Actually, that's a no, and I'm ready to do that.
Mr. Sport Director, I have a question for you. Can I go on?
Yes, please go on.
Go on.
Okay, I'm a part-time student, so I'm kind of like, since most sport activities are done on daytime, like the full-time sections. Now, for the part-time, how are you going to put us in place? Because we all want activities, curriculum activities that would energize our body, that would free our head after so much for the semester. Like, educational wise. We need something that would exercise us, at least take away the stress out of our body for the semester. How do you intend to click the part-timers into the sport activities in the school?
Please, can we have your name and department?
My name is Ebubechukwu Daniel, Computer Engineering, HND2, PT.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, Mr. Sabit Shuaib Abiola is vying for the post of sport director full-time. Mr. Sabit Shuaib Abiola, please, you want anything to say?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for that question. Yeah, I was once a part-timer, and I think for that question, let me just put it that information is just all we need. Yeah, when information gets to you, it's left for you to decide if you really want to participate in the activities. Because I believe the part-timers don't feel like I'm working, I cannot come to the field and start playing board by this time, I'll have to be at work. So that's things that happens about the part-timer. I hope I answered that question.
Thank you very much. Anybody online again? Any question from online audience? Okay, if there's none from online, thank you, Mr. Sharif Sabit Abiola. Please, you can please take it. Thank you. A round of applause for him. Now we call on Mr. Bayomi. Sorry, Mr. Olatubosun Morenkaya Lawa. He's from Mechanical Engineering Department and is contesting for the post of Welfare Director full-time. Welfare Director full-time. You have 7 minutes to deliver your manifesto. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, King of Students. Good afternoon, committees. Good afternoon, all the students. Good afternoon to my other aspirants as well. Thank you very much for the beautiful faces. My name is Lawa Olatubosun Moronkayo, currently vying for the post of welfare. So permit me to go through all what I've written here because I think my brain is not really processing the way it ought to. So a quick note about welfareism. I said welfare. Okay, welfare from a little definition is like a happiness and health and fortune of a person, and as well a fortune of a group of people. You get. So, and it falls under the broader career category. All that English is not too bogus. It's very strict. What we are trying to say, or what I'm trying to say, yes, I am a mutual connector between the students and what? And the food center. We are talking about the inflation in price of foods, inflation in price of printing, inflation in price of pure water, which is not meant to be. Some students here, they are being fed from home. The students here are being fed from down. Some students here actually are fed are sponsoring themselves. So we expect things to be what? To be minimal, to be convenient for each student. So that is one duty of the welfare director. The second duty of the welfare director is to liaise with each department, schools, and college management. You have to liaise
as a welfare director, you have to liaise with what? With the schools. You have to know where they fall into, where they are having issues, and where they are having troubles, where we can counter. And it's not by what? By violence. We have to do it what? With peace, with mutual relationship and what? Discussion. The last one, they said an organization without a rule tends to what? To go away. So we tend to what? As a welfare director, I intend to monitor and investigate and attend all Yasu, to attend to all Yasu unified members' right violation. So I think that is, I just want to go brief. I don't want to say much. If there's any question you want to direct to me, I think I'll be processing that again. That's it.
Thank you very much. That's Mr. Olamtubosun Kayo Lawa from Mechanical Engineering Department. Do we have any question here for him? Any question from the physical audience here for him? Okay, there's a question here for him. Please, let's have your name and department.
Okay, still Olatunji Olajide Olani from Public Admin and SMBS. So my question goes thus, currently in the hostels, students are not allowed to cook. Students are not allowed to come with electrical appliances like irons and other stuff which you can think of. What do you think, or what are you planning to do in bringing those things back? And also, sorry to just add this, there's a popular opinion that students are overpaying when it comes to photocopying, typing and all that. So what is the solution? What are you looking to do to regulate? Because you go to the shop, it's 20 naira, you go to that shop, it's 30 naira, you go to this shop, it's 10 naira. So there's no uniform in price. So that's the question, sir.
Question from online, sir.
It was really well cooked. Thank you very much. I'll start from the printing of student materials and everything. I think I made mention of that. Actually, we all know that since the inflation is actually
things have to be what? Things have to be done in favor of both the owners of the shops and
of the owner and the student as well. So this is where the welfare director, my office, and the other aspirant with the seat of the president, this is where we come in, relate with students, with the head of students, with each departmental. We relate with each other, talk better, have an idea. Then after that, we dichotomy it down to the to the office, to the management, because it's not what we can actually do by ourselves. So we need order, authority from above. So we do it, we dissect it before getting to the rector. This is what we need to do. This is how we ought to do it, because we said this is what we want to do. But there's no out there. It's actually nothing. So we need to do that, relate with the rector, take it down to this thing. There must be a uniform price for everything, and it must be in comfort of the students. I think I answered that. So in the charge of the hostel, actually, this has been what my students have actually been complaining about. Most of my students, the ND1s, the HNDs, they've been complaining about it, because I can't, me myself, if I want to eat, I eat up to 1,000 naira. Don't complain. I eat 1,000 naira food a day, and it's really bad. I mean, in the morning, not a day. So it's really bad. You want to buy rice of 100 naira that some years back you have like 5 spoons, but now it's 1 spoon for 100 naira. It's crazy. So we need to look at that too, whereby we need to and whereby students can bring their stoves. When I mean stoves, an equipment that use kerosene. We don't want gas. We don't want gas cooker. We need to look into that too, because we need to safety first. We need to be very conscious of safety. I'm a man of safety, so we need to look at safety. So gas cooker is not meant to be brought to the hostel because of gas explosion. We need to look at electrical cars as well, because most of electrical appliances can destroy the generator. Because we notice that the schools, the school mostly always on generators. always on generators. And when you have too much of electric cookers on a generator, it's going to what? It's going to deform it. So we need to look at that too. But how can we carry that along? We need to work with what? We need to work with the hostel management. We need to work with the hosted management. And this is not just my work. I am my what? Elected aspirant with the president. We need to meet with the hosted management, the school management, down to the worker. So it has to be resolved because I myself, I can't be buying food worth of 1,000 rand in the morning, 1,000 rand in the afternoon, 1,000 rand in the evening. So concerning that again, there was a question you asked. Please, I could not process the last one. I think I've answered all. I think thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Onatunbosi Lawal. Anybody from online?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Welfare, sir. My name is Ebubechukwu, still Ebubechukwu Daniel. Part-timer, computer engineering. I had this issue recently about the hiking of transport, that's the kekes. And I got to understand that the chairman will just come there. He will just talk to them with mouth that they should stop hiking the price. Later, maybe 1 or 2 days, they start doing this stuff. They will start again. So how are you going to help us fix that? As in, put a stability on the price. Because we are students. You don't expect when we come to school, we are all having that kind of money. We are not workers. Some are not working, some are working. The part-timers are the ones working, while some are not working. What if I'm in a case where I've had a budget, this is how much I'm spending, and I come to school, something else takes that money. Now, am I going to say because some budget took away from the one I have? No, okay, now I need to go home. I'll start seeing, get to the bus stop. There will be an hike on the price. How will I trek home? Do you expect me to trek home? Because it's not possible. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. Ebube.
Sorry,
Thank you
another
very much for
person.
the question. Okay. There's another question.
Another question.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. Welfare, sir. My question is, I like the former question, the man that spoke about the hotel. Fine. My question is, there is in every year, the SUG used to give souvenir to students, and it's your office that will initiate that souvenir. And now that you want to go to SUG, there is no money in the purse. How do you intend giving all the students, 21,000 students, including part-time and full-time, any souvenir for the year? And another question is, outside the WAEC bit, there's some bike men that use to rob our students. They will carry them, so another bike will come along and snatch away their bags. And I know that is from your office, is still part of the welfare of the student. How do you think you want to tackle all that, sir?
Sorry, please,
Thank you
another
very
question.
much.
Another
line question.
Yes. My name is C. Adegboyola Miko Alvatai, engineer computer engineering part-time. So we are having a serious issue. Number one is allocation of classes. Two departments or 3 departments might be having a clash of classes. The second one is the issue of electricity for the part-timers. So how are you going to handle the case whereby we are the evening class and most times there is no light and they will have to on the generator? So what we are told is that there's a certain time the gen has to be on and it has to be off. How are you going to handle that issue? Thank you.
Last year, before the COVID-19, or 2 years before the COVID-19, the price of bike from the front of school WAEC down to Ajib is 15 naira. but suddenly we just noticed this item, it became 100 naira. Actually, and for 2 heads, maybe 2 people want to climb this thing, they make it 200 naira. After I've been forcing it that it to be 150. But I would say that is not my duty, but it's not what I can actually do alone, because my duty is to what? Is within the school, mostly within the school. But it's something we can as well address. So that comes with what? I'm saying something with my elected members, mostly the president. I am the welfare director. If I'm elected as a welfare director, I don't want to overclaim. So we need to work with the security mostly. We need to work with the security. We need to work with the management, because they're actually parking in front of our school, and we are federal, and it's meant for us. So we need to not give them order. You know, we need to persuade them, talk with them. Okay, these are students. They are not working. This is the amount that to a minimum, but it will be comfortable. Whereby, if a student is going home, maybe your napep or your bike, it will still stand 100 as what? As it will still stand per head for 100 naira. But for 2 heads, it should be taken for what? 150. We need to look at that. We need to address that. We need to communicate that. So I think I've made justice to that. Again, concerning the robbery, yeah, I had that experience during my ND 1 day. I mean, my ND 3 days. That was my part time during my ND days. My phone was accidentally snatched outside the school. I was a victim of it. So that shows we need to work with the security paramountly. We have the CSO here. We have the CSO here, and he's here. He's actually raising his hand. Please, can you wave your hand, sir, the CSO? So we actually have to work with him concerning that. And mostly, we students need to be vigilant. It's not just about security coming outside to what? To come and protect us or not. We need to be vigilant. We need to be watchful while we are going. Most of us, while we are going, we love to press phone. We've been addicted to pressing phone. So we need to address it ourselves. Most of us, when we are going home, we do Snapchat. It's not meant to be. When you are going home, your phone meant to be in your pockets. Your phone is meant to be in your bag. So I think I need to be biased here. I need to be biased. I need to be frank here. That's robbery of bag and everything. Please, when you are carrying your bag, don't carry your bag as if you are going to anywhere. Hang it. The country is not actually safe. The country is not actually safe. So you need to be watchful as yourself. You need to be watchful yourself. You need to be very, very careful. Paramountly, I carry an handbag every day to school. But anytime I'm coming,
if you have 1 more minute to answer questions.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm sorry. So I think that let me just round up. Allocation of classes, actually, that is not my duty. So you need to meet with your head of class, your HOD, head of department, and what class rep and governor. Please meet with them. It's not actually my duty. But whatever it is, I can still put you, whatever issues you have, I can still put you through on that. And about the electricity, don't worry, it's going to be done. Thank you very much.
Round of applause for Mr. Olatubosun Kayo-Olawa. Thank you very much. Next now, we are going to the post for the only contestant we have for the post of treasurer. That is Ms. Abuka. Department. Please, can you present your manifesto? Thank you. Kindly face the camera.
Good afternoon, my good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ablaki Sophia Ajoke, ND2 Statistics Department. I'm vying for the post of treasurer. Now, who is the treasurer? Treasurer is one responsible for the running of treasury. For the running of treasury, that is process of managing a financial asset in an organization. Now, my intention to vow for the treasurer position in our ever articulate student union government was born out of a deep desire to contribute my quota to the treasury account in the union. The responsibilities of a treasurer is that I will make sure all accounts are being kept, all SCD money are being spent wisely. And also, I will make sure I know the source of each money given to me to keep and investigate the purpose for which money is spent. The things aforementioned cannot be achieved without your robust support from my elected aspirant also. So I would be in charge of I'll be the custodian of all union assets and properties. I will keep record of all the stationary assets of accounts and inventories of the union. I will keep an impress account as may be approved by the Senate from time to time. I will have a signatory to the union's accounts. Also, I will be a member of finance committee. I will also assist the financial director on request. Thank you.
Very much. Do we have from members of the audience in the physical here that have questions for her? Any question for her on this side? Well, I want to throw it open to the people online. This is.
I have a question, sir.
Yeah, Joker, for the position of treasurer. Please, you have
I have a question.
I have
a question, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Ms. Ajoke. Hello, Ms. Ajoke. My question is: you are fighting for you want to go out for the post of treasurer. Post of you want to go out for the post of treasurer, and treasurer, you've defined what the treasurer used to do and what you intending doing when you get to the post. And we learned out that it's 3 people, 3 signatories to the account. My question now is, if 2 of them now went ahead and withdrew money without your consent, what are you going to do?
Thank you for the question. Since I'm part of the signatories to the account, they cannot withdraw money without my consent.
In any organization, or any group, when you have 3 signatories to the account, 2 can still withdraw in the absence of 1, and you receive an alert of huge amount of money that was signed by 2 of the signatories. That's the question. What are you going to do?
Okay, now we are getting closer. We know the only person here again now is for the post, the only contestant for the post of General Secretary. For that, we have the contestant for the post of Financial Director, the only contestant for the post of Financial Director, Mr. Sunday Uwana Bright. Mr. Sunday Uwana Bright from Banking and Finance Department. Please take the mic and give us your manifesto. Face the crowd. You have 5 minutes.
Great Nigerian students, articulate Nigerian students. Good afternoon, Dean of Student Affairs. Good afternoon to the chairman and other members of the chair of the I table. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sunday Wana Bright. I'm a student of Banking and Finance, HND2, and I'm vying for the post of the Financial Director, SUG. It's a privilege to be a part of the rebate, and it's a privilege to be a part of, and I'm very privileged to be a contestant. Being a banking and finance student gives me the knowledge required to perform my duties correctly. I'll be using, being a banking and finance student gives me the required knowledge to perform my duties correctly. My charge is to maintain a healthy financial position for the union, and I'll be using every means that will take cognizance to welfareism of students, that will, and also reduce the high pressure of dues received from students in financing the operation of the union. The union already is sitting, the student union government already sitting on a large range of autonomous income. This income, being able to harness this income and being able to harness this income and strategically use them for the benefits of the students is knowledge based, and that knowledge is what I'm bringing to the table. Thank you.
Please give him a round of applause, please. Do we have from the members of the audience here, those that have questions for Mr. Owana for the position of Financial Director? On this side? Okay.
Thank you, sir. Aspirant.
Yes.
I'm Oyebanjola Pelumi for Met Engineering. Sir, I want to ask, how do you generate fund apart from the dues or any, I don't know, how do you generate fund for the SVG?
Thank you very much. So, like I said, I bottled that into a word called autonomous income. There are different other ways to generate funds for the union. One, we can make use of sponsorship. We can get sponsorship from outside. There are a lot of institutions which, embedded in their corporate responsibility, are open to giving out funds to push the activities of students. So we can tap out of those resources to get funds for the union. Thank you very much.
Do we have further questions for Mr. Owana from people on the online platform? Any question for Mr. Owana from the online platform? Do we still have any further question for him from the audience? Okay, in the absence of this, can we please give him a, okay. Please ask your questions, please. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, please give me a round of applause. Now, take your seat.
Thank you. Now we go to the post of Assistant General Secretary. The only contestant at post is Ms. Nandi Esther Queen. She's from Food Technology Department. Please take the stage and deliver your manifesto.
Good afternoon, my lecturer committee. Good afternoon, my fellow students. I am Nadi Esther Queen. A great thinker once said that each generation must, out of relative obscurity, discover its own mission and strive to fulfill it. My mission to run for this Assistant General Secretary is of this specific association is to give it a new facelift. One of the constitutional duties of Assistant General Secretary is to assist and work hand in hand with my General Secretary and SUG as a whole. Another function of this General Secretary is to keep proper records and minutes. If emerged into this office, I shall make sure that I work closely in collaboration with the association in order to provide a better image and goal of this association. Thank you very much.
From the audience, do we have any questions for her, please? Can you use the camera? Do you have a question for her? For Ms. Inadi Esther, vying for the position of Assistant General Secretary. Question? Okay.
My name remains Olatunji Olajide Olani, and my question is, what is the level of your relationship with students? Because the GenSec might not be available, might be busy, because the GenSec is just like the right-hand person of the president. Workloads need to address something. So what is your level of relationships with the student? Because students might want to approach you as well.
Thank you very much. To be sincere, I'm an introvert, but I'm also approachable. So I'm open to anybody that wants to associate with me, and also I'm trying my possible best to be sociable. Thank you very much.
Do we have questions for Ms. Inadi from the online session? Question from the online platform, please, for Ms. Inadi, vying for the position of Assistant General Secretary. None. So, applause, please.
Thank you very much. Now we go on to the post of the General Secretary. We have the only contestant from Office Technology Management Department, Ositayo Olabisi K. Please give us your the camera, please. You have 5 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Governing Council, Yaba College of Technology, Director, Yaba College of Technology, the Dean Student Affairs, Electoral Chairman and Committee, all protocols are well and duly observed. Standing before you guests is Olabisi Oshitayo Kafayat, and is a 22 student of Office Technology Management, Yaba College of Technology, and I'm aspiring for the post of the General Secretary. Sorry, please permit me to use my word. Coming to serve the student as a General Secretary is neither an impromptu consideration nor a matter of freedom. I strongly believe in myself as a trained office manager from the Department of Office Technology Management. And I'm going to ensure that I do all my responsibilities as a secretary. I believe that I believe the capacity of a man is not to be measured by his physical appearance, status, age, or gender, but by the intellectual acumen embedded in him. As a trained office manager, I will ensure that my visions are being carried out, which is to work hand in hand with the president of the union for the betterment of the association and Yabatech as a whole, to keep adequate record and data of every minute and everything that concerns the school activities, to work hand in hand with every departmental president, public relation officer in pertaining to information for the students, to disseminate information at the right time to the president and every general secretaries of each departmental association and other paramilitary associations under Yaba College of Technology Student Union Government, and to also ensure the meetings are carried out and organized in an appropriate way. Finally, I am approachable, friendly, and a very good listener. And I'm welcome to everybody. You can meet me in my office, approach me, tell me anything that is going on in the school. As a general secretary, it is my responsibility to help every other person in the union to disseminate their responsibilities very well. So it is, and I believe the union cannot do it alone. And every student that has any problem or the other can easily walk up to anybody. But as a union, we can't know what's going on in your department. If you feel you can't speak to your departmental executive and other members, you can easily meet me and talk to me. I am
Ah, I have a question, but I can't hear them. I have a question, but I can't hear. I can't hear from there.
Hello, I can't see you hear anything.
Hello, sir. We can't hear anything from online again, sir.
The acting chief director of library, that's the chief librarian, the person of Dr. Javi. So that time, so he has to open the library for us so that we can be able to read during that time. So and now that the exam is fast approaching as well. So even before they gave us access to be applying for the post of SCTs, I personally have went to the chief director, the chief librarian, and person of Dr. Javi to grant us an access so that we can be able to read in the library. And he has promised us that he will do whatever we can do so that we can achieve this aim. So he has promised us that. And right here with me, I have his number and we usually communicate as well. So, and the work of vice president academics is not limited to the academic performance of the student alone. So academics, vice president's works includes the works of the president, the work of general secretary, the work of financial secretary, the work of social, the work of media and publicity, the works of public, the work of vice president includes all what I've mentioned above. So just permit me to go through my document and check one or two things here. So this is the reason why I tagged my agenda. I tagged it 3S5. So yeah. So I tagged PS5 PIE and the P just starts. The P there stands for paramilitary training, the I infrastructural development, and E engaged in economic activities. G, so that's the giving of awards. So please permit me to go into my document and check one or two things there because it's quite popular to put my head. So concerning the students' realism, so we have to monitor the price of books. So as some, I think someone have mentioned something like that before, that the price of photocopy in the market, so is quite expensive for them to afford. So I promise we will work towards that. So the monitoring of goods in the campus, improving public transport as well. So around the school, raising scholarship funds. So that's that about the students' realism. But concerning the sports development, so by God's grace, I emerge as the vice president academic of this great citadel. So I will work hand in hand with the other member, with the other ESCOs to ensure the sports development of this institution by bringing in interfaculty sports. We all know this thing. We all know Nuga. We all know Nuga. So I promise that we work towards that and ensure the continuity of this. So concerning the giving of award, so I observed something in this school that mostly all the sound students, I mean the well-performance students, that even in my own department, I have someone that has a GPA of 3.96. So, but that person in this school, it has not been recognized at all, which is supposed not to be like that. So, and by God's grace, if I personally emerge as the vice president academics, I will make sure I work towards that. So, and
that is Mr. Adegiran Sadiq now. Do we have any question for him? Any question from the student present here for him? Okay, please, can you ask your question?
Yes, I have a question.
My name is Olatunji Olajide Olani, and my question to the aspirant for the Vice President Academic is that you talk a whole lot about many projects you want to bring forward, like sport, refereeism, and all that, social as well. But the question I want to ask you is based on academics. That is what your position is, or that is what your aspiring position states. So should there be a case examination, part-time exam starting, just this weekend? Now, of course, the election is tomorrow. In case we've seen cases whereby what's it called? Schools, classes has been locked during examination times. Students want to do night class, and probably the school management do not approve of that. So, one, how are you looking to ensure that? Secondly, the second question is academics, students, because the social has come, talked about project, event, the welfare has come, every sport has come, but it is in your own place to put all these things in check, to put it at an equilibrium state. How are you looking to not let some of these co-curricular activities derail students from their studies?
Thank you very much, Mr. Oladimeji. Olatunji, thank you very much, sir.
Please, wait, hold on a bit. Do you have any other question here from the physical audience here? Any other question for him?
Yes,
okay.
I have a question from online.
I have a question from online.
I've been following you, so I think I've answered your question. So I've said it.
I have a question.
Before they started giving us opportunity to apply for the FCT form, I personally have went to the chief and director, the chief librarian, the person of Dr. Kitadi. Even now, I have his contact with him. We have a close relationship with each other. So I've met him one-on-one, and I've told him that, sir, please, I'm begging you, during the exam period, I want us to have access to the library 24 hours, so that students will be able to read whatever they want to read before the exam. So, and he has granted me the opportunity by God's grace.
How are you going to let not?
And it reminds me of something, sir, concerning the academic performance of the students. So I think it's not about only study. So, for example, for my own former school, that this vocational study that we usually do, like EED. So students whereby students will be able to take one of these hard work, like blocking, mapping, driving, electrical installation. I personally applied for electrical installation, and this is what I have been doing now. This is what I have been doing, that I'm using it to sponsor myself even for this program. So it's through that electrical installation that I learned back then in my ND. So they organize it in such a way that as we are coming for the ED program, ED class, so you'll be able to learn all these skill acquisition as well. You will choose one out of those skill acquisition, whether you like barbing, whether you like blocking, or you like electrical installation. They will teach you the practical aspect of this course. So no, I'm just trying to add that one to it. So I'm trying to add that one to it. So what's the second question, sir?
Yeah, the question I have is the social director has come to tell us they will host events. The welfare director has come to tell us of these activities. The sport director has come to tell us all aspiring that these things will happen. So I'm asking you, as the aspiring vice president for academics for the SUG election or position, how are you going to put these events, these activities, how are you going to put them in check as a state of equilibrium to prevent students from not being carried away with these activities? That is the question. And to put a jar to that question, how are you going to stop we know we have Korean masters in the college. So how are you going to prevent students from buying fake materials, from being extorted by some of these tutorial masters who are not, they are not our lecturers. They are coming to assist students and make money, but yet some of them sell fake materials, especially pressures when the exam is coming. So,
sir, let me ask you one question, sir. What do you mean by fake materials, sir?
when I say fake materials, as a fresher, you are coming into the college, you don't know past questions. You don't even know some of your lecturers. So these, tutorial masters, they come buy this material for 2,000, your questions are there, buy this, buy that, which is not being certified from the department. So that's the question.
Okay. Thank you very much. Concerning the first question that you asked me, you said concerning the social activities. So we are talking. I think there is time for everything. So we have time for academic performance, and secondly, we have time for the social activities as well. So there is time for everything in the campus. Not only in Yaba, in everywhere, there is time for everything. So I think it won't affect each other on my own side. So since there is time for everything, so there is time for sports, there is time for social activities, there is time for study. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Hello. Do we still have questions for him from the physical audience?
Yeah, I have a question online.
If none for now, except the first
I have a
one.
question online.
Okay.
I have a question online. Yes. I'm Basket from School of Arts. My question to you, Mr. Alao, is that I have two questions. The first question goes like this. Part-time exam always come on weekend before. But now the part-time exam is weekdays. And most of the part-timers are workers. They used to go to works, and now as a vice president academics, how do you want to bring part-time exam back to weekend? That is the first question. The second question is, in the hostel last section, one of my friends was a victim of a hostel pass. His hostel pass was lost, and at the end of the day, the management suspend the guy because of forgery of hostel pass. And you cannot, if the hostel pass lost or you were robbed, how do you want to bring that things back, that students should have two hostel pass? If one lost, they can go back and take the other one. That's my question, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. The second question is, I think, it's not actually supposed to be. So it's to wait here. So that's the second question. I'm talking about the second question. So you should have asked the wait here. So it should be the one that we answer that question. So, but for the first question that you asked, that concerning the exam, weekend exam stuff. So I think that one is not only my job. So we need to talk, to sit and to work hand in hand with the what should I call it? With the administration of this school. So we need to work hand in hands together and see what they can, how they can help us on that. So because I know part-time usually have their classes during the weekend, like Thursday, Friday. Even there are some that usually have their classes on Saturday and Sunday only. But I promise by God's grace, if I emerge as the vice president academic, so I will work hand in hand with the administration and see what they can do for us on that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Is there anybody still online?
Yes, I have a question.
Question online?
Yes, I have a question. Hello, yes. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, my name is David Adeyemi. Okay, so now my question relates directly to what you spoke about regarding acknowledgement of academic excellence. Now, over the years, I've said that students are hardly rewarded for academic excellence. For example, you look at Unilag, you see, even at their convocation, you see different companies coming on ground to steal away students with top grades. You even see universities retaining their top students that perform well and they feel are sound to further, and then they will reserve slots for them that, oh, you know what, go further, come back, we have a slot for you. Rather than during the convocation, just giving them an award and then that's that. So regarding your regarding your plans for to reward academic excellence, I would like to implore that besides communicating with the school management to provide solutions, what are your views about reaching out to companies outside as well to reward our best performing students for academic excellence, as well as scholarships as well while still in study? Thank you.
What are your plans to ensure that not only that the students are given awards, but there are scholarship offered after they are finished. Best students, they are given job opportunity. How are you going to reach out to company outside to ensure that best students are engaged, are employed, or scholarship to further studies are given to them? That's the summary of the question. Please, can you make that very brief? 1 minute. Yeah, then 1 minute.
Thank you very much, sir. So, concerning that question, so I can, this issue is not only about Yaba alone. So, I can remember back then when I went for a competition. So there is a lady that actually she even won all the awards. She won all the awards, but to be sincere, this country is not helpful. But it's not helpful. They should have employed that lady. So, but by God's grace, I have in mind that I as vice president. So it's not only my work; it's a teamwork. So as you are asking me that question, so the president also is supposed to support that situation as well. So it's a teamwork, not only to so I will work hand in hand with the other experts to achieve this thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Adedrin. Please, you can take the floor. A round of applause for him. Now I call on the other aspirant for vice president post academic, vice president academics post. He is from the Department of Statistics. He is at the person Latif Olalekon. Please, can you come forward and present your manifesto? You have 5 minutes to do that.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, the electoral committee, the deans of student affairs. My name is Adebeshi Abeleti Olamilekon. I'm here aspiring for the post of Vice President Academy. Okay, well, an old man dies, a library burns to Hades. When a radical and a gallant comrade dies, a struggle biography turns into pieces. Coward will surely die thousands of days before times. The violence will taste them, but once, death perhaps is an inevitable for every man to surely come. The greatest adversary in life is not death, but a life without a purpose. There is nothing more certain than being a golden boy, putting on a golden shoe, while accepting a bronze medal. We shall all be remembered for something. Not all is good, not all is bad, but posterity will judge us radically and accordingly. All right, I am Adebeshi Latif once again, and I can do statistics, School of Science. I'm aspiring for the post of Vice President Academy. It has been my vision and my mission to discharge all duty accepted as me as a great citadel of knowledge, Yaba College of Technology. If I'm given the opportunity to serve as the next Vice President aside from the constitutional duties, I will also focus on the material duties and I will study these agendas. One, I have 10 points to look at. One, I have to look at the academic performance improvement. How do I go about this? It is important to identify the problem before talking about the solution. Below are some challenges I noticed we encounter as a student in Yaba College of Technology. One, confusion on materials to use, particularly for a course. Like he said, there is a prospectus for all these courses, whereby some lecturer comes and gives us different course synopses for each course. The best thing we can do, there are many websites online, like EE Academy, Edimi, you go online to learn. videos. Once the lecturer gives us some course materials, we are not to be exhausted by these tutorial masters giving us different materials to use. And at the end of the day, we go to the exam hall, we see different questions that is not part of the materials. Even the topics, we not hear about the topic before. So two, lack of course understanding. Most of us don't understand these courses. I have an opportunity to meet with the two part-time students. I was taking their mathematical induction 1, but the point is they don't understand calculus from ND1. So when we are talking about differential equation, they don't know how to integrate, they don't know how to differentiate. So for them now to go under differential equation, there is a problem when they have to integrate factors. They don't have it. So we have to look into that. 3, learning environment are not conducive. I faced the challenge with SLT students when I was in ND. A girl fainted when we were in the practical lab. Too many students are being given admission in SLT part-time, and at the point of taking their practical, most of these students have 5% of them don't understand the practical they are doing. Most of them will have by the windows. Most of them don't even be in the class and they will be doing practical. Just few of them. So I will employ the management, just as I imagine the vice president, to make sure like this practical should be done batch by batch. Like if they can be divided into batches, like this batch should do this at 10 or 15 to get the students to understand what they are doing. So don't release of our results. Another thing, 3, organizing an entrepreneurship program, which is going to be benefit to everybody, like symposium, conference, workshops. If I emerge as the vice president, I will ensure I organize various entrepreneurship symposium, such as making, cake baking, graphic designing, makeup, spelling bee. And I will inform all entertainment to check our intellectual capabilities. And all students who perform well will be awarded accordingly. Organizing an intellectual competitions, we have to motivate ourselves. We have to do intellectual competitions between schools, inter-school competitions. If I emerge, I will ensure I organize competitions that will be a tag link expressions and debate to check our intellectual capabilities and give speech by using ink expressions, and students who perform well will be rewarded accordingly as well. Organizing an aptitude developing symposium. Another thing is encouraging students on use of library. We have to know the reason why this library is there. We have to consult the library, not when the exam is close by. We fail to plan. We have to use the library, not when the exam is coming, the school will open the library for us. The library should be open, even on before the exam, like 5 weeks to exam before we need, because we need to use the library daily. At least the library should be closed every day, even without the exam at 10 or 11. Every student should make use of the library. And the last one, organizing weekly tutorial with the departmental and the college, across the whole college. We are going to organize tutorial. Actually, I'm doing that in School of Science. And we are going to organize that. And the motivation, like the question that we were asking the other time, is that we have to motivate ourselves according to our results. Once we have a best graduating student from each department, there should be a retirement, like a retainment policy used in other schools like FINAB. Once you are the best graduating student in the department, the school is going to retain you to be a lecturer. So it's going to motivate various students to read more and to put more skill and effort. So like, let me achieve the best. Once I'm the best, they will actually retain me in the department. So lastly is motivation. So my mission, to protect the interest of the student and provide solution to the problem faced by the student academically, morally, socially, and psychologically, and to support the president in fighting for the entitlement of all Yabatech students. And all this many I promise to achieve by March, I'm prepared to justify in your service the new art. I, Adivation Latif, thanks for indulging me. Great Nigeria student, articulate Nigeria student, Victoria Asata. Thank you very much. Long Yabatech, long Lagos State, long Nigeria. Long life Nigeria.
I'd like to give him a round of applause. This is standing before us, Mr. Adebeshin Latif Olamilekan.
vying for the position of Vice President Academics. He has really articulated his positions to us here. Kindly bring up your questions from the audience. Do you have any questions? Please come up to face the camera.
Yeah, hello, I have a question.
My name again is Olani, student of public admin from SNBS. And I was to ask you some questions, but you already answered some of those questions in your preposition. But the only question I have left for you, sir, is should there be a case where some students have failed a particular course or some set of courses, and there is a smell of foul play? You being a student as well, your result is on the line. You don't want to. So how are you going to solve that kind of situation? Because that pitches you against the lecturer, and of course, in larger the dean, the HOD, and the rector as a whole.
All right, thank you very much. The question is well answered. The thing is this, one of the principles of our letter is I have to consult. I have to consolidate before I will confront. And don't forget that at this point, if you said my result is at stake, I have to put one leg in, one leg out. Don't forget I'm representing students. But at the long run, my primary objective in this Yaba College of Technology, my dad and my mom sent me here to learn. I'm actually doing this as part of like, let me represent the students. Share with the psychologically, physically. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I have to say, guide myself, remove myself, then fight to any length, make sure my result is saved, whatever consequences, because normally the dean, the HODs, we sit with the academic board for the result. I will try all my possible best on that ground to fight for the student. But I have to. So, thank you, sir.
Okay, you want to save yourself before.
Question from online, sir.
Okay, we want
question online.
Mr. Adebeshi, my question is, you are going for the vice president academics. You now find out that some students, when they ask them to write exam with their YCT numbers, and when they now release the results, they couldn't find their results. What they can see on their matric number is dash, 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 dash. How do you want to help those students to get their results back? Thank you, sir.
President of the department. So we work on it before the release of the result. Once you know you've not paid your school fees and you've not generated your matric number, and you're using YCT for the exam, we need to see to it immediately after the exam so that before the result is being processed, there will be remedy to that.
Any other question?
Yes, I have a question.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can take your seat. Applause for him, please. Okay, now before we now want to go to the big masquerade. you see, normally in the village square is the big masquerade that normally dance last. The big masquerade is going to dance last. But before we do that, we realize that there are some aspirants that might be online, especially those that are from a campus and part-time. And we want to give them a real privilege of being able to talk to us. I hand over the mic to one of the committee member, person of Mrs. John, to please anchor that.
Please, as many as are online, let's identify you first. If you are an aspirant and you are online and you want to give your manifesto online, can we identify you? Is there anyone, any aspirant online and wishes to give his manifesto? Daniel Ebubechukwu, computer, you are online not too long ago. Can you give your manifesto?
It's muted. It's muted.
Okay. So if there is none, we'll move on with the physical.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Since there is none of the aspirants are online to deliver their manifesto, we now go to the last, the biggest masquerade to come forward and dance. That is the only person vying for the post of the president. He is from mass communication. His name is F.R. Philip Christian. Can you please come forward and give the manifesto?
Greatest Nigerian students, greatest of the greatest Nigerian students, greatest Bobo, greatest Baba, greatest Shiwon. So I'm saying good afternoon. Yes, okay, I'm saying good afternoon to the Dean of Student Affairs, good afternoon to the Electoral Committee, and good afternoon to my fellow students out there. My name is F.R. Philip Christian, and I'm a student of Yaba College of Technology, School of Liberal Studies, Department of Mass Communication. And I'm going for the post of the President, SUG. Okay, so very quickly, we all understand that this thing is coming in new for the very first time after what happened. So the first thing that I would do, because we all have agenda that we want to do for the school, but it's important to understand what the students want. So one thing that I would do when I get into, if I get into, is to organize a union congress, which we will have to hear what the students have, what they want from us, and how we can also offer solutions to these things. So I also look at bridging the gap between the management, the staff, and the students, because these three segments make up the whole institution. And when one is lacking or missing in this, there will be a serious issue. So also now, in this point of being the president, I have three things in line: life in school, life within school, and life outside school. So life in school has to do with a very good and conducive learning environment for all students of this college. Then also life within school, I will have something like a mock interview. Mock interview, as we all understand, is when companies from different places come over to school, and then what is done is different students in school pitch their CVs, and these people can pick their preferred candidates that can also get jobs after they are done with school, and also going out to different local governments that are around this vicinity. We have likes of Yaba, Shomolu, and the rest, to ensure that students also try to participate in governmental issues, even right from a very lower range of build-up than people just having nothing to offer. So we will have also a skill acquisition program that will run through the full school, every school. And the best students in those things get the items that they need. Okay, let's say you went for a skill acquisition such as photography. At the end, and you come out good, you will be given a camera. So you don't just have the knowledge, you have something to put those things into work and also make money for yourself while in school. So that you can be able to cater for things like books, school fees, because trust me, a whole lot of us have issues out there sourcing for funds. But when you have something that can help you get funds even while in school, because a lot of us only look at our books, and books. What do you get to do outside school, or like after school, or like in school, so that you can have you can have a life that goes very easy with you on school. So these are the things I am offering us when I get into the school. I will also ensure that there is the safety and interest of every student in school, because if you have a school or an institution where there is no peace and safety in it, then trust me, nothing goes on, because even the management itself will not come to an environment where you have issues up and down. So I am offering safety, I am offering life after school, where you have opportunities for jobs from different companies and different local governments around us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. That's a very good one because you come to time. Do we have any question for him from the physical audience?
Yes,
Please
I have a question online.
The aspirant for the post of Mr. President. Your question.
Thank you very much, sir. We banded up with Peter for Methane too. I have a question for you, sir. If you are at a decision point where you have to decide between the constitution, tradition, and the student, you get my question very well. If you are at a decision point where you have to decide between the constitution that guides the SUD, I believe you guys have, like, you have position, right, that you have to follow up. Constitution, tradition, and the student. What will you do? Which one will you go for? That is my first question. And my second question is, what are your plans to eradicate godfatherism in the school and cultists in the school? Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you for this question. Now, down to your first question, where you referred to being in a tight position where you have to make a decision between what the Constitution says, what has been done over time, and what the students want. Now, we will all understand that we are humans and we have different perceptions. How we see things are totally different. So even if one school agrees to a certain thing, it is very possible that another school might have a different view. And trust me, when we have different views, we cannot come to an agreement. And even if there is an agreement, it has to be in line with the Constitution. Now, the way things have been done is good, is fine. But if it's not in line with the Constitution, for us to go out of the law, we have no legal backing. So we have the legal backing of the law and the school when we stick to the Constitution. So even if I'm in a tight position, I have to decide in accordance with the Constitution, not with what the students say. But after deciding, I have to come into an open Congress to explain to them, give them reasons to the decision I made, and not just impose. We are not imposing, we are dialoguing. So I will give them reasons as to why I am picking with what the Constitution says rather than what everybody has to say, and see the reasons. Thank you.
Thank you. From online, okay, sorry, we have another question here.
So down to the second question, which you spoke about godfatherism and cultism. Okay, now this is one thing that I would like us to understand. As much as we are pushing to profile solutions, it is one thing to give a solution, it's another thing for the person to accept what you are giving. So as much as we are trying to fight cultism and godfatherism, you can only put out measures to which these things can be called. It is also left for the student to want to accept that measure that you are putting in place. So we will also put out measures to ensure that these things do not continue. But as we are trying, if there is a cooperation from the students, it makes it easy. But when we are trying to do something and you go behind us to also get into the same issue, it becomes very hard for us. And it's looking like we are trying to make something work and you're trying to counter it from behind. So we have everything that we need to push this, but we also need the cooperation of every student to attack, because it is not one man. No man can of himself form a straight line. No tree can of itself form a forest. So as much as we are playing our part from the student government, we also need the cooperation of every single student in the school. Thank you.
The next person, please, can you ask give me your question? Not online yet. We have a physical. Please.
Thank you very much. My name is Olatunji Olajide Olani, and my question is, as the aspiring president for the SUG, what are the things you are looking to put in place concerning students' sexual harassment in the college? You know, in the case where there's sexual harassment, and sexual harassment is not only when you are together or when there is something, there can be verbal sexual harassment as well. So in sexual harassment in this college, how are you looking to curb that? That is one. Secondly, how are you looking to have, because right now the college doesn't really have one handle that all students can go to get valid information from. We just have different ones that we cannot say how credible these informations are. So how are you looking to work with that, getting this information whereby, okay, we know that, oh, there's something going on in the school, there is a memo that has just been released, there's an information, we just, oh, let's go to Twitter, oh, Twitter is bad, let's go to Instagram, let's go to this Facebook page. How are you looking to that? And how are you looking to also work with other students, talking about within the college, down to their departments?
Okay, all right. Very, very quickly. So I would get across to the second question if I go into the first. Now, just as I said, no tree can of himself make a forest. Now, this is the head, just as we have the federal, we have the states, and we have local. So this is the head of all students in the school. We cannot function on our own. We have to be in good relationship with both the departmental presidents, all the reps, the SRC members also of all schools, so that we can find out things that are not going down well in their school, and they report to us on how we can manage all these things together within the short time that we have. Because of our own, we cannot notice everything. But when we have eyes at all parts of the schools, we can watch everything. Then also on the second part where you said having good sites where you can get valid information, that will be done through the office of the PRO. We have a good social media handle that we will have to put in place. All these things, even as well as the website. The website is not functioning yet. So all these things we put in place. Once you get into that site, you have valid information of everything you need to find about in school, rather than depending on this one say, that one say. So we will not have false information going around. Thank you.
A round of applause from Mr. President. For our audience online, do we have any question?
Yeah, I have a question.
Online audience, anybody?
Yes, I have a question. Yes. Yeah, regarding funds. Hello. Regarding funds.
That will be in charge of complaints. Every complaint will be filed to that office and we'll look into them. Thank you.
Okay. Regarding funds, the question I have is as regarding funds. Now, we quite well know that the student union government presently doesn't have an account to work with in terms of funds. So how ready and willing are you to ensure you look into the books of the last SUG government before it was disbanded without fear of turmoil from those that left it as it were, and ensure that what ought to be done is done? And also, what are your plans to ensure that you have funds to start working with? Because the administration is very short. We are about to start part-time exams. In a month's time, full-time exams is going to commence. So what are your plans to ensure that, yes, you have something to, because we don't expect you to work with your personal money to run the government. What are your plans to ensure that those stuffs are delivered as soon as possible? Yeah, that's my question.
Identify yourself.
Hello.
Your name and department.
Your name and department.
Okay, my name is President for Corporate Engineering. Hello, do you get my question?
Yes. So thank you. Okay, from the info I had, there is every possibility that there is still an account for the student union government, but there is no access to it. I said there is every possibility, so it means it is not certain. But funding in the student union government will not probably come from us. We have grants, we have sponsors, we have also the patron who happens to be the rector. These are also bodies that we can get funds from, because definitely we don't have the resources of our own as individuals to run these things or these projects. But I am certain when this election is done, if there is still the SUG account, I'm sure there'll be funds in there that we can start up with before dues are being paid by the students, and we have other things to run the affairs of the union. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other question? Any other question from the online audience? Okay. In the absence of further questions for the aspirants, we want to thank you very much, Mr. Evian Philip Christian, for such a wonderful presentation. Please, now you take your seat. By the presentation of Mr. President aspirant for the post of president, we have successfully come to the end of this manifesto presentation. But we have, before we go, we have here seated with us right from the time we started, the person of the Dean Student Affairs, and they may want to pass one or two information across to us. Please, I want us to listen to the Dean Student Affairs.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, members of the Student Union Electoral Committee. And good afternoon, my dear students. Because as I used to say, today, I am your father and your mother. When I took up the assignment there as the Dean of Student Affairs, I told the management that I off my suit of lecturer-student relations, and I put on the garment of the father and mother there. And that is the way I've been relating with you. I listen with rapt attention with all your presentation. There's no doubt you have beautiful presentations. And I like the way you answer some of these questions. Don't let me deceive you. Whatever your intention, whatever you want to do for your students, don't forget that there is always rules and regulations put in place by the college. And if you run foul of it, you are your own, honestly speaking. Okay? And whatever you have the plan of doing, no, I'm always glad to be frank to my fellow students so that you don't make a mistake. There is always rules and regulations putting in place
by the management. You can only work around it to make it work. That's number one. Number two, dialogue is never too much, because I could listen to somebody that if he exhausts every avenue, it can result to violence or something like that. Let me make it clear. No student confront management and get out alive there. I'm telling you, that is the bitter truth. First and foremost, you are students. You are here to acquire knowledge, get your certificate, and have your means of livelihood. There's nothing bad in representing your students, but don't let them push you to where. I like the way you answer a question. You answer it beautifully. What I expect, look, the reason why a lot of aspirants, a lot of people, when they eventually emerge, the reason why they get it wrong is that they tend to assure the followers, okay? They feel they can do certain things without studying the situation on ground. Let me give you some examples. When the social director was making a presentation the other time, he said they will bring in some artists, okay, at a time. So now, got up and said, what if the student affairs and the rector says no, what do you do? He was clever with it. The guy insisted again. I'm sorry to say, this is the type of guy that normally push you to where you don't like. For example, now, a performer who has the track record, okay, of having violence in any of his outing, and the college management has seen it that this is not for the best interest of the students, and as such, we will not allow this type of person to enter the campus. And they stand up their feet and say they cannot come. You want to go against that rule because you want to practice unionism? If you do that, you are on your own. I'm giving a final advice, honestly speaking. Whatever you want to do, it should just be in advisory capacity. All those measures are in place. They are in place. Okay? For example, if you find anything strange, come to student affairs. We put X together. That is why I love the immediate past student representative. Not only they are matured. I'm not saying you are not matured. You have just started. Not only they are matured, but they are very sound. I love, and I enjoy working with them. At every single minute, I have meeting with them. No matter the category of people I have with me, if I just see 3 or 4 of them, I give them that preference because they are very calculating. They know what they are doing. In most cases, they have superior arguments, which are about to. I love those people. And as such, I respect them a lot. I don't respect people because you are beautiful. I don't respect because you are good looking. But when you have this too, you will win my heart, honestly. So my advice is that as you are planning to go into this journey, please study the rules and regulations on ground. Because I want to let you know that for some years back, now about 5-6 years, this student union activities is not in place. And we are not missing anything, honestly speaking. The management is not missing anything. There is no missing link, there's no missing gap. But we just feel that there is need for you to complement the activities of the management. Okay? If you do it well, we will draw you nearer. There's a Yoruba proverb that says, the cane we used to beat the senior wife is still there. If the children misbehave, we apply the same cane. But that will not be possible. It's better you go there. Don't allow students to push you doing what you don't want to do. To answer beautifully, please. You can follow it up with that. Convenience is to make it in life. There's no union that has ever confronted the management and get out in peace. It is not possible. Please. That's my advice. And as we go further, we'll be having a lesson tomorrow. And when is the last time for campaign? Tonight. Please try as much as possible to mobilize students. honestly speaking, what happened today, I don't like it. And I believe there are a lot of people in the hostel. I don't know what stopped them from coming out. They may not be interested, please. Let's wake them up. Let them show interest. The more the merrier. Let us enjoy it. So that at the voting, at the polling booths, you have large number of people to come and participate in this election.
Some of them are scared.
I wish you very good outing. I wish you success. And I wish you all good things that I wish my children and my father. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, our indefatigable Dean of Student Affairs. A round of applause for him once again. Also here I have the Chief Security Officer for the college. As a member of the committee, I wanted to chip in one or two things as per the election tomorrow.
Greatest Nigerian students. Let me pause there. I'm coming back for you. My honorable chairman of this wonderful committee, I say a very big thank you and good afternoon to you and every member of the committee. My Dean Student Affairs, my father, my advisor, my mentor, my lead man. That is why I love every day. Please. Good afternoon, sir. Greatest Nigerian students of the greatest Nigerian students, greatest people, greatest Baba, greatest can we, yeah. Very, very important. Just like they did have said, I greet to you, every other student that is within here and those that is viewing us from the online. First of all, I want to congratulate everybody that is here, all the aspirants. You may ask me, why am I congratulating you when you have not conducted your election? You were asked to go through a process. And that process you went through yesterday has opened up a very big gap for you in the future. The director unveiled something for us yesterday, that what you went through yesterday, your profile is there. That one day you might look at it that the manager having to pass all this kind of stress. No. The benefit of it is that you can be called at any time to be given an opportunity to become a DSS officer in the future. Reason that they have tested you, everything about you is with them. So if they are looking for sound mind from the higher institutions, they don't go far. They go back to their database. Okay, this from Yabate, let's do this. Let's call them. They'll just give you a call. Are you interested for this position as to become a DSS operative? So it's a very wonderful opportunity. Please give a wonderful round of applause to yourself. You have won a very big heart for the college in that aspect. I would like to introduce myself. I am the OC Surveillance. I am not a CSO. I am only representing the college CSO, Mrs. Adejoke Adebule. She is the current acting CSO of the college. She sent me here to represent her. So please, you'll be working with me and the head of the surveillance unit, Mrs. Adebule. She's a very wonderful woman. She was once a DSS officer before she was brought down to Yabate. So you are lucky to have such woman as SUG. So if I want to go further again, this is what I would like to tell us. We need your maximum cooperation. Tomorrow the election is just by the corner. I want to inform everybody sitting down here. If you have an intention of coming here to disrupt tomorrow election, you are shooting yourself on the leg. As you are sitting down here right now, you have been covered by the CCTV camera. So all the activities you have been doing here since morning is on record. So if you have an intention to come and disturb this election tomorrow, please cancel it, because before you plan, we have planned ahead. Yabatech has taken a different dimension. Yabatech is no longer the Yabatech of yesterday. You come here and do this and go scot-free. Because of what happened in the last election, I was a witness of what happened. It happened in my presence. So because of that, we have gone ahead to plan our security measures. So I don't want people to lose this opportunity, all the aspirants. When you are elected to the House, please, some of the aspirants, the welfare director, the president, our office is widely open for you. We are going to work with you. Just like the question the student asked you. And the way you answered those questions are very, very fantastic. Like the one you said, back gate. You will not say the transporters outside are not part of, or the outside is not part of your office. No. They are your duty, it's your duty to make sure that their welfareism outside that gate also is being taken care of. We are going to form a very wonderful committee that will monitor every bike man or cadre man or keke president, sir. That committee is very important. Let's borrow ideas from other schools. Any Okada bike or keke that does not have a uniform will not be allowed to operate there. That is one of the ways we are going to fight against those who are robbed or trying to come to the back gate or the front gate to rob our students. So those are the measures that we need. The first thing you must look at it first, sir. You must look at the security of the student. The safety of the student is very paramount. So for tomorrow's election, please come here. I want to employ everybody. Come here with a free mind. You're safe. Your safety is wonderfully prepared. We are ready for the election. With my chairman, we've been communicating, even the DSS people. Even as I'm talking to you now, it's just I cannot unveil them to you. But when you commit, you see that those who will pick you will be different from the internal security. So please, I want you to cooperate with us, and God will bless you all for doing this in Jesus' name. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thank you. A round of applause for our security officer. Thank you. Thank you. And finally, before we round off these activities, I have seated with me here my chairman and a man of impeccable character. I have my chairman here. If you want to give you final brief as per tomorrow activities before we close up this today activities. Here is Dr. M.A. Adebaki.
The Dean of Student Affairs, Mr. Chairman of today's occasion, distinguished members of the committee, distinguished aspirants, great students of Yaba College of Technology, I greet you all. I salute your courage. You proved that where every other person wants to take cover, you are willing to show that you are capable. It is not easy to vie for positions. It's not easy at all. But the courage with which you have decided to come around and pick the form was given out for free. Despite that, pick the forms. If we have asked you to buy, people would have hide under that I couldn't raise the money. It was given for free. So you can see the kind of privilege that God has bestowed in you. And I really salute that courage in you. I have been part of the program since morning, and I have enjoyed the way it has gone. But between me and you, we don't need a soothsayer to tell us that how tomorrow is going to be, you know, from today. recall that in one of the meetings I held with some of you, I said that there is a general voter apathy all over. It's not peculiar to Yabatek. National elections, even elections in developed countries. If not for some of the infractions that that former president of America, the immediate past one, Trump, if not because of his excesses, you will have witnessed the same apathy in the United States election. It has always been like that. But people decided to come out en masse because they wanted to chase that man out of the White House at all costs. So what is happening here is really not strange to me. But I actually expected the contestants to do better, because we did half of the work. In fact, 70% of the work for you. Since we started this exercise, most of us have been passing sleepless nights, members of the committee. Till 2 a.m. we are still talking on how to get this exercise behind us and still retain our reputations. Because this is an exercise that can make and mar your reputation if you are not careful. We make sure that even though student union is not on ground, we still reach out to every student. And when I say every student, I mean every student in this campus. How did we achieve that? Number one, we make sure that every message we send out goes to the platform of every departmental association. Unless you are not a member of that department and you don't belong to that platform, that is when you will not get our message. Therefore, what we do mostly is to send messages to presidents of all those departmental associations. We don't expect them to hoard the information. We expect that they will normally put it on the platform. And I believe strongly that they have been putting those information on the. Therefore, any student, whether full-time or part-time, that is on that platform must have been getting our information. That is one. Two, for those who may sometimes not have data or they don't use WhatsApp, we make sure that everything we post there, we produce a hard copy in A3 form, and they paste it around the college. Some of them are still hanging. You can move around to confirm that. So that if you are jittery of WhatsApp, you should not be jittery of reading information that is pasted on the wall. That is number two. We also move beyond that to ensure that every information we post, it also enters into Yabatek portal. At least as a student of Yabatek, you should have access to Yabatek website anytime. Those information are still hanging in the portal. So who is that student in Yabatek that will not tell us that, okay, I don't use WhatsApp. I also don't read anything pasted on the wall. And I also don't go to Yabatek portal. Then that person, we better, it's provisional admission we give you. That means we can withdraw our admission anytime. Maybe we should just withdraw that person's admission and ask him to go home. That's number three. Number four, I personally was available in the studio of Yabatek Radio, I think last week Monday, to explain all these activities. Up to yesterday midnight, we were still posting things. In fact, the jingle about this election, some of you have received it. Am I right? You have received it. All these things cost money. And even when your constitution says you should fund the election. The management says, no, we want to fund it. Let us encourage them. And that is why nobody is collecting anything from you. So with all these efforts, look at the population of, look at the attendance here. If we remove contestants, where are the participants? The moment you remove contestants, who else? Even online, because I've been online since morning, we are just about 17 maximum at any point in time. And out of that 17, you know I'm also part of it. That you remove me. Ben, that man is also part of it. You remove him. Okay, this man is here and he's also part of it. So who are those people? And I make both to tell you here, you see, to even make the matter worse, yesterday, the campaign was almost getting to the peak as of yesterday. Everywhere was public. The team gave me a call around 8 o'clock to say, when is this your campaign going to end? Though everywhere is filled up. Oh, I say it's part of it now. Eh? Now we say make they can't do student unionism. It's part of the fun. Those people that were dancing yesterday, up till 8 o'clock, where are they? Where are they? That is the same way you may not find them tomorrow if you are not careful. So I believe that as a contestant, you should have done more work in addition to the one we have done. What effort of mobilization have you done? Who are you actually expecting tomorrow? Your friends? Let me tell you, we have close to 22,000 students in Yabate, full-time and part-time, 22,000. And I'm saying it, I said it, I think sometimes, I'm still saying it, that if I can have 10,000 to come and vote, I can bet it with everybody that anybody that wants to bet it. If I get 10,000, I'll give you 10,000 naira. I'll give you 10,000 naira. Because I know I won't have it. Now we have done blended. We are doing blended, sorry. Blended means we will do physical voting and virtual voting. Part-time students will always give you the excuse. How can I leave my workplace to come and vote? We say, okay, vote online. Wherever you are, vote online. You will be captured. Some part-time students come on weekends. Some come in the evening. So we are not even expecting a part-time student here in the morning. Because ordinarily, you are supposed to be at work. Don't bother to leave your work. Stay there and vote from there. Out of these 21,000 or thereabout students that we have, about 5,000 are full-time students. So that means about 15,000 are part-time students. If you're a good politician, why can't you capture that? How? Why can't you capture that? Online. If you can get 10,000 out of these 15,000, you have won the election. I can bet you will win the election. You will win the election. Now, among the full-time students, there are those who say, from Ekwe, I cannot come here from Ekwe. Okay, if you are in Ekwe, vote online also. Whether full-time, if you are in Ekwe, vote online. We started this exercise in September, around September 27, 28. How many of you have been to Ekwe to campaign? You know you want to contest now. Okay, if you cannot travel to Ekwe, have you made effort to reach out online to whoever is in Ekwe? This is how to do the politics. Although in politics, so majority will always carry them. So even if there are 20 people who has come to vote, if you have 10 out of these 20, you have won. That is what politics is all about. The highest we recorded during the last election, the election that brought this president, Nigerian president in, was it up to 15 million? Okay. There are over 85 million registered voters. And there are about 200 million Nigerians. The vote that brought our president in was not up to 15 million. But it's a president, whether you like it or not. Even if it is 1 million. There are some governors in Nigeria that never had more than 3 million. Today, 3 million. What is even the population? There are some governors that don't have 2 million votes. Whether you like it or not, they are governors. So if you sit at home and you refuse to vote, the 3-4 people that decide to go and vote, you will have the day. So it's on you to mobilize. You still have the time between now and tomorrow to mobilize people and make sure that they come out to vote. So for tomorrow's election, by God's grace, we are ready. We are ready. By midnight of today, all those that will be voting online will be receiving message. In fact, almost everybody is going to receive message. We are also working on text messages that will go around to also inform people that there is election tomorrow. We were trying to walk around, trying to attempt something that, okay, is it possible to have lecture free for tomorrow? As we speak, there is no such approval. But it is also to your benefit. Because like somebody rightly observed, the moment you declare tomorrow lecture free, those that have gone home since yesterday night will say, after all, there is no lecture. They will not come and vote. So you are still going to lose. So it's not better for you to allow lecture to hold so that at least the man will know that he's going to receive lecture and he can spare some 20-30 minutes to vote and go back to classroom. So, gentlemen and ladies, it's a good thing that you have decided to show this interest, but it will be more interesting if you go out and say, I contested and I have 7 million votes. But if you say, I contested, I won, what is the total number of votes? They say 200. Out of how many registered votes are 21 million. 21 million have registered to vote. So I want to congratulate you in advance. One, for even coming out for this exercise. And two, for being optimistic that you will win this election. I am optimistic that you will win this election. But what you need to do, like I said, do you know that even yesterday, some of you are already violating the law? A vehicle was carrying speaker and was making noise, following one way. Even I had to block, some of you, the contestants are here, they know. I had to block the person. And they say, the fuel is almost finished in our car, sir. Please, sir. I say, no. Until I say, you don't even know the beginning of what you are doing. Your candidate can be disqualified. Because you're already violating the rules. It was at that time they now decided to reverse and enter science. I'm sure by the time I pass, they will still come back. But it's okay to, yesterday has gone. Today we'll go whether you like it or not. By the end of today, no more campaign. So I will not expect to see such thing again. If you now win, when you are celebrating, if you violate our rules, we will report you officially. You are first of all students before you call yourself president of student union. And the rules that guide every other student is also applicable to you. So if you violate the rules of the college, this committee does not cover you. In fact, the election does not cover you. So once again, I wish you the very best in your outing. I hope you will do your very best to mobilize between now and tomorrow to ensure that more people come out to vote and to vote for you. I want to thank you very much for this audience.
Thank you very much, my able chairman. By the chairman presentation, we have finally come to the end of this program. As he has rightly said, tomorrow we are expecting all students to come out en masse for voting. Voting starts exactly 9 a.m. tomorrow, and it's going to end by 2 p.m. Only those that enter into this place or they are on queue by that 2 p.m. will be allowed to vote, even if they have to wait till 2:15 or 2:30. But nobody will be allowed into this place tomorrow after 2 p.m. for voting. So please encourage all the students. They can take 10, 15, 20 minutes off to come and cast their vote and go back to their classes tomorrow. For adventure, if okay, you have a question. Okay, you will ask. So you can encourage them to come around so that they can vote and then go back to their tomorrow. So thank you for those our online audience, and for those that are here. We appreciate you. We thank you for coming, and we want to wish you a very wonderful, stress-free election tomorrow. Once again, we appreciate you. Thank you. We have come to the end of the activities. We want all contestants to please wait for a brief meeting with the electoral committee after this meeting. Thank you very much. God bless you all.